deep in the shadows. I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi guys, welcome to Talking Sense. My name is Cecilia. If you're new here, I post fragrance related content and would very much appreciate you subscribing and joining the family. Now to those who are already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back. I did post requesting that you throw in some layering combination recommendations, and I said I was going to do a video of that. I'm going to go straight to the person who actually requested this video, which was the Introverted Natural, right? Introverted Natural suggested these two, Latafa Eclair combined with Mahajan Gold. I think just looking at these two, they're probably going to work. The layering combination I'm going to be doing here is not a side by side. I'm going to be layering them together, like one on top of the other, because what happens with layering them side by side is you sometimes get wafts of both, like one, going that way and that way, and it's like you being able to sniff both fragrances at the same time. Now what I've done is I have sprayed them one on top of the other, and okay, this is the Introverted Naturals request. She's the one who requested this video, guys. So if you go on the community tab under the comment section, you're not going to find her comment as the first one, but I thought, to give her credit as the first person that requested. All right, so this combination, weirdly enough, brings this one to the surface. Okay, it maintains the sweetness. I still do get the sweetness of Mahajan Gold together with Eclair. And when I sprayed it, I told you that I kind of thought this was going to work, and it does work, but it's giving me a combination that is safe. It's not changing the direction of either fragrance somehow. It is bringing more to the surface, the sweetness. So it kind of amps up the sweetness of both fragrances. But funny enough, with the Mahashan doing the most here than the Eclair, which is something that is weird. So it looks like the milky note in here kind of relents, or the creamy note in here kind of relents. You can still feel the Eclair, but it kind of gives me like a backseat kind of thing. So yeah, it is a certain winner for those who would like to try a sweet combination of a fragrance. This is also another combination requested or suggested by the Introverted Natural, which is Tamika, right? So Amirat Al Arab from Astaf. I'm just going to do 3 sprays each. This is Privé Rose from Astaf. Ooh, and Ophidian Sweet Surrender. Okay. Right, now this one is the one that vibes more like the Eliash, but the combination of this is giving me like a fudge mix. It's as if this has turned into caramel, right? And it is the sweet note that is doing the most in here, but the sweet note mixing with the rose note or the floral in here, it's giving me like a fudge nuance, but certainly works. You get wafts of the sweet surrender more than you get that, but there is like a tease of the floral there. So yeah, certainly another banger there. I absolutely like this combination. I will be trying them solo on my own. Nicolina Segota requested Rakba and Guess Seductive Noir, right? So this is not a Middle Eastern one, but we're going to try it anyway. 3 sprays, as I said. This is Guess Seductive Noir versus Rakba. Now, in this, weirdly enough, I thought the Seductive Noir is going to speak the most, but it's a beautiful combination, that I can say for sure. If Rakba bothers you, you could try this combination. And in this, there's more of the lavender, so it's a spicy style of fragrance, the lavender, the vanilla there. And this one also has vanilla, so both of them will be vanilla forward. But there is an aromaticness there that's kind of toning down what some people possibly do not like about Rakba, because I am not exactly getting a prominent Rakba in here. I'm just getting like a perfect balance of a fragrance. Like it marries together. It marries together enough not to be able to call it Rakba, no, to call it that, but becomes a sweet wrap up of a vanillin tone of a fragrance with that caramel mix, wafts of like a caramel mix there. So yeah, another beautiful combination. Combination number 3.
Combination number 3 is from Re the Dawn, no spaces, Rakba and Kamra together.
Okay, Re the Dawn requested Rakba and Kamra. So Rakba is making a comeback. All right, so we're going to spray Rakba again. 3 sprays of Rakba here. Okay, so this is Re the Dawn. I did get that name. Okay, together with Kamra, right?
Yes.
Right, so that's Kamra. Oh, okay. This is nice. All right, this is really nice actually. Now I'm having second thoughts about not using up the rug bar. I might buy myself the rug bar again, because this actually gives a very nice it gives a nice twist to the fragrance. If you're bothered about the spiciness that you get from camera, this is certainly a combo that works. Spiciness, you still get the spiciness, but if you're one of those people that say, I don't like how amped up spicy the camera is, this kind of like puts almost like a caramel dose on top of this and sweetens it, and you just get wafts off. And it's more of the date note I can still smell from the camera are still evident, and I actually can smell the cinnamon, and it makes it like a safe. Say for instance you're a man and you have a problem with this, kind of makes it safer, to wear them combined. So yeah, that's another combination that is worth trying. So thank you so much, the Dawn. Next combo,
Athena and Lattafa Ijal Aura,
and it's from
FE Germany.
Or FE Germany 2413, requested for Ijal Aura 1, 2, 3, because Maima was arguing with me there. And Ijal Aura is the one that smells a lot like BR540, the X-ray. And then combined with Athena, this is going to be music. This is certainly going to work. I mean, based on just the scent profiles here. So we have Ijal Aura, FE Germany, Ijal Aura. Ooh, and Athena. Okay, this is beautiful. Okay. Now, if you're tired of the BR540 DNA, if you've used that BR540 DNA for long enough, you will know that there's an ink nuance. This is kind of burying that ink, making it more vanilla forward there. It maintains the sweetness, and it doesn't make it obvious that you are wearing that BR540 DNA. So it really takes a backseat. Like, it just takes a laid back kind of direction there where you can smell it, but not in its prominence. I think the Ijal is certainly one that's making way more to this one, but without the Athena speaking too much, if I'm making any sense at all, guys. So yeah, that's what I can say about this combination. Nice one as well. Can't wait to find a combination that's we are going to critique here. So let's hope we'll find one combination. What's the next one?
The next one is from DDH64812. I'm pretty sure that's Denise.
Yes, that's Denise.
And she suggested a lot.
Yes.
We're going to pick out
the ones we have. Yes. Yeah.
It's Kiss It Delicious and Harim Al Sultan, the oil.
I think she said the oil or the perfume. She gave the option. Yes, she gave the option of, okay, now because I'm doing a sniff test on a camera, I am going to do the perfume versus the perfume. So we're going to put the oil on the side. I'm going to use the perfume, because I feel alcohol for alcohol is going to give you a fair judgment, considering that I don't have a lot of time, right? So this is Harim Al Sultan. This is a request by Denise, DDH, all right? And then she requested it to be combined with Kissa Delicious. I did 4 there, so just to make sure Maima doesn't get at me, I have to put another 4th one there. Okay, if this works, I will love this, because Kissa Delicious is one that does nothing for me. It's just one that's just there. Okay, so certainly Harim is speaking the most. I am getting like a soapy feel combined here. Originally, the chocolate in here doesn't do much for me. It kind of feels like an adult, over-diluted type of chocolate. It doesn't feel like a chocolate chip cookie style of fragrance that I get in here. So the chocolate, for starters, for those who don't have this fragrance, does not communicate the most anyway. But in this case, it just comes off as like a very lightly toned chocolate nuance in more of a fruity feel of a fragrance, but then even the fruitiness here seems to be balanced. It moves these two, especially this one, from that juvenile theme to a safe adult fragrance, like a grown, safe, subtle, fruity scent without it being pushy fruity there. So what this combination does is it tones down the chocolate significantly. Not that the chocolate shouts anyway. It's completely almost buried. What it does, it just becomes like a sweet wafts of a creamy, faint chocolate feel, mixing with a fruity feel, but also faint and wafts of a floral. So this one is nice, Denise. Thank you so much for suggesting Harim Al Sultan together with Kissa Delicious. What's the next one?
The next one is from Shardog 34200.
Shardog, okay.
Yeah, Shardog. And she suggested Lattafa's Ansem Gold and Lattafa's Yara.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much. I remember when I pulled out this one's almost finished, guys. I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to revisit Yara again because I hadn't sprayed this in a long time. In fact, if there was something like to see through this, you'll see that there's almost none of it left there. So 3 there, Yara, okay, the original Yara, and it was popular for a reason. Now I've kind of outgrown it, but let's see how it's going to awaken, after mixing it with Ansem Gold. Right, you may want to spell that while we sniff this.
Her name.
Yeah.
CHAR dog 34200.
Okay, so Shardog 34200 requested for Ansem Gold and Yara. The Ansem Gold here is there. It becomes an overly synthetic kind of mix where I am getting like a Barbie doll head type of composition. Like it's interpreting as more plasticky. Now I do get like a synthetic feel in this. There is the citrus is in here, combined with a sugar note and candy note and stuff. And then in here there is like wafts of a strawberry and something that feels boozy, especially if you've had it for a very long time. But the mix of the two makes it such that for some reason Yara here is almost mute. Funny enough, this is a weaker fragrance to my nose compared to this, but mixed together, this one's speaking more. So I don't know, it could be those citruses that are kind of, weighing in more, diluting the Yara, but you will get a girly feel of a fragrance, a synthetic feel of a fragrance, like a Barbie doll head style of a fragrance, plasticky nuance to this combination. This one's already gone, and I don't mind losing this because I was so over Yara, but I was hoping that maybe it's going to balance. So what I'm getting is a diluted Yara and then wafts of that, but without the prominence of what I enjoy in it. So it becomes sort of like a safe, subtle mix. Yeah, another one that could work. So yeah, thank you so much for that suggestion. For those who want to try it,
it's from DOORTJE6633, and they wanted Musaman White Intense plus Alien Goddess.
Okay, so Musaman White Intense plus Alien Goddess is the next one. All right, so I'm going to start with Alien Goddess. All right, mine is a mini, but I have plenty there to play around with. Alien Goddess versus Musaman White Intense. This could very well be a perfect combination because I sometimes struggle with my Musaman. I have like an on and off relationship with this. Sometimes I crave it and I want to, smell of it, and sometimes I just can't stand it. So, right, Musaman White Intense versus Alien Goddess. Okay, now Alien Goddess on its own is somewhat of a, I don't want to call it super bold fragrance, but it has presence. And in this case, this is creating a completely new scent altogether. That's what I'm getting from this. For those who like to declutter, this just, goes to show you that you could spin your collection around and kind of revamp it, because this, yes, is giving me yellow and white florals, especially white florals. But there is something that is coming across as though it's a yellow floral or it's a coconut that's coming from there. It is coming to the surface. In fact, I think there's coconut in both. So yes, coconut is coming to the surface and it does feel like a floral, but it kind of feels as though it's not a fragrance that you could say this person is wearing Goddess or Musaman. It just becomes like a completely different fragrance altogether, and it's kind of gender neutral where a man could try this combination and it could certainly work. So yeah, I'm getting a completely new fragrance out of this altogether. I would love to revisit this because this is, to me, interesting. It's also building up to something that's probably going to turn and become so different from what I'm smelling now. That's why I said I would love to visit this combination on my own some other time. But the coconut is coming to the surface. The coconut is quite stubborn. In fact, it feels as though the coconut has been amped up. The florals are there, but it's not identifying with either, which is weird. Okay, like it's not outright Goddess, it's not outright Musaman Intense. So anyway, that is what I can say about this combination, Alien Goddess versus Musaman White Intense. Not bad at all. Thank you so much for that request. Who else, Maima, do we have?
The next one is from Christine Lecher, LECHER 1406. They wanted Empire Victor and Amir Al Oud Intense.
Oh, okay. This is one combination that when I took out, I was like, oh, I hope it works, because this is a bully. I've known this one to be a bully for a long time. So now that somebody has requested that I combine the two, let's see what then happens. And by bully, I'm saying it does have a vivid, though artificial, it's a vivid smoky note that can sometimes play around with the nose there, where you just end up smelling the smokiness, and that's it. All right, okay, this is nice. Empire Victor is fighting, because I thought Empire Victor was going to lose the battle here, but Empire Victor for some reason is standing strong here, in the sense that I can smell wafts of Empire Victor rising above that smokiness. So it then becomes an Empire Victor with a smoky tease. And what I like again about it is the smokiness is not as pronounced. So if you're having a problem with this one, this challenging one, smoke and vanilla, if you're having a problem with the smokiness, you could use this combination or try this combination, because it becomes Empire Victor with a wafts of a smoky undertone, but without the smokiness being pushy. So yeah, it maintains its woodiness, but it's subtle. I like this combination. Should I try it again? I may go 2 sprays on this and maybe 4 on that. Just a heads up there, because it does feel like maybe after settling for a while, the Amir Al Oud might do a little bit too much. Just a little bit too much. Next up is from YULIY, and she said, by accident I found Nebraska on skin and Mocha Silky Rose on clothes as a very good combination. All right, so we're not going to try it on skin. No, are we going to try it on clothes? So we're still going to try it on a tester paper and see how it goes. So they asked for Nebraska, right? And Mocha Silky Rose, right? So 1, 2, 3 of Nebraska. Oh, this atomizer is already, maybe it's because I haven't sprayed in a long time. I don't know. So that is Nebraska from the House of Lattafa mixed with Mocha Silky Rose. This whole thing of combining fragrances is actually a very interesting one, because who would have thought?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Okay. This one needs time. It certainly needs time, because then it amplifies the berries in here. The berries in here come to life. Now I can see why people say they get berries in here a lot. This is kind of a mix that brings the berries to life than the chocolate. I, for some reason, get more pronounced cacao in this than I do get the berries. But the mix of the Mocha Silky Rose, candy nuance, it's coming across like a rose with a fruity nuance, something like that. And the cacao is almost gone here. In fact, the fruity nuance is sort of like a berry forward style of fragrance. That is the combination that I get from this too. So yeah, interesting. Who would have thought? Because this is another one that I was getting tired of. The Nebraska, I was simply getting tired of. And this, having sprayed it on a tester paper, I can imagine, spraying them on skin like they propose that we do. I think on skin, they'll probably even be better. So that's a combination I couldn't have guessed there, that the berries then come to life, the cacao takes a back seat, and then we are left with more of a fruity, fun, floral, mix, fizzy type of a fragrance, even coming across as though it's got strawberry there. What's the next combination?
The next combination is from Gen 2864. They wanted Athena and Soothing Sapphire by Paris Corner.
Okay. I'll try this. I definitely want to try. Where is Athena? Okay. Yeah, this I certainly want to try, because this is one fragrance that I haven't played around with. I like it on its own. It's inspired by Le Labo Another 13, and it can be a little bit challenging for some, because it's either going to communicate or it's not. So it's nice that somebody has maybe come up with a combination of what could make it work. All right. I still get the metallic tone, but it's not as vivid, because with this fragrance, guys, believe it or not, what you see here is definitely what you're going to smell. This kind of feels or smells like an interpretation of a metallic, water, cold feel of a fragrance, if you will. So the way it's bottled is exactly how it's going to interpret to your nose. It's going to remind you of cold steel. It's going to remind you of cold water, something like that. So that, if it's something that bothers you, if you mix with this, it just neutralizes this. where it's not so much of the metallic tone that you get in here. There's a little bit off, but it's muffled, and then it's not so much of this. So if you don't like the amped up sweetness in Athena and you do not like that metallic tone, the two of them just create a perfect balance of both fragrances. Yeah, something synthetic is now coming to the surface as well. So there is a synthetic feel to the, to the mix, where it's not so much going to be on the metallic side, but more of a synthetic sweet style of a fragrance there. The vanilla not as pronounced, so if you're one for the vanilla note, then this might not be a combination for you, because it kind of neutralizes the vanilla there. And granted, because this one has got that pronounced metallic note, so yes, that's another combination. Thank you so much. Athena versus Soothing Sapphire from Paris Corner.
The next one is from Brownie and Smith. They're from South Africa. They suggested Yara Latafa plus Kisa Pink plus Rave Now Women.
All right. Okay, now this combination, I can almost guess, mental shortcut, what it's gonna feel like. First of all, I'm gonna clue you up. These two kind of vibe the same, although this one has got like a more amped up fluffiness to it. This one feels grown, this one is more fun, but they both vibe or are cut from that same Yara DNA. And then Rave Now is one that draws its inspiration from what is that? Burberry Her, right? Burberry Her, the pink one. So let us spray these. I don't know, maybe it's just me thinking this is not going to change much. This feels like a combination you want to try if you want your fragrance to be beast mode than if you want your fragrance to turn completely. I get more of the Rave Now pink and the Yara. That's what I get. It doesn't change much. It just feels as though you're building onto the DNA to make it last longer. I have to be honest when it comes to this combination. But yes, this and this are not the same thing. But I think the fact that these two have ganged up on this, and despite that, this one can still communicate, means there's something that they got right in Rave Now, because I still can smell Rave Now. So Rave Now is pretty stubborn when it comes to this. I can still smell the Rave Now, despite the fact that there's two, which is like 6 sprays of something that vibes the same here. But basically, when it comes to this combination, it just feels like something that you want to wear if you want to amplify your fragrance. You want to make it last longer. Say, for instance, this one lasts 5 hours. You want to make it last longer, but you want a fragrance that kind of vibes in the same fragrance family without it being identical. If I'm making any sense, that's what I mean by this. So it doesn't lose the DNA, it keeps the DNA of both fragrances safely, but possibly the reason why maybe you would want to wear them like that is to amplify the scent profile, to make it last longer. That's what I'm getting from this, unless I'm judging it prematurely.
This one is from Nicole Smith. They suggested Yara Moi and Ajaib Dubai mango one.
Ooh, okay. Yara Moi, which is Yara the white one, and Ajaib Dubai. It's just that popcorn note, the peach that's in the Yara Moi, that I would love to see transform. Oh, okay. Now this one's nice. This one's very nice. Okay, this one's different. This will make you wear this Yara Moi. A lot of people find this one challenging. I don't find it challenging. I'm going to show you my dent just to show you that I actually love this fragrance. Okay, this is the level at which it's at. I love my Dubai Portrait, which is the mango one. The one that I have a problem with is this Yara Moi, but this combination actually buries the Yara Moi. It berries, the way the peach or something is a little bit offish here, at least according to my nose. Some people absolutely love this. This one is inspired by Marc Jacobs Perfect, the intense one. So some people absolutely love this one, but I find it a little bit challenging. And combining the two just has that mango note in here, and that incense feel, or that oud, that subtle oud that is in here kind of mutes this, making it like a powdery mix. So that's what you're going to get more of like a powdery mango tropical feel of a fragrance with a powdery nuance. That's what you're going to get. And this one, this one does not scream at the most. It's there, but it's not screaming. So yeah. But it would be a combination I would like to, to sit and try from a distance. before I wear it on myself, because it's another one that keeps changing. Like right now it's coming up again. It's almost as if the Yara now is making a statement. So it's certainly a combination that I wouldn't just go for, because I personally, nothing to do with the suggestion, have a problem with Yara myself. So I probably would want to, you know, revisit this combination later and see how it goes. But yes, if you're having a problem with those two, you could try the both of them. They work.
So the next one is from Lenny, which is LEMM quad E, and which is 4 E's. They wanted Bayan and Club de Nuit Imperial.
3 hours we've been saying. Sorry guys, I hate long videos because they're a pain to edit. I value people's time, so I don't like to, you know, come here and then act as though people have got nothing to do with, you know, their time. Okay, so that is Club de Nuit, the white one, which is the Imperial, versus Bayan by Latafa. Okay, to cut to the chase, this is another one that I think would work to make it more, to make the composition more beastly. Bayan is speaking more than Imperial. So if you have a problem with the powderiness of the Imperial or how the rhubarb in this interplays, then you may want to layer it with this. That camphorous accord is coming to the surface, is quite strong there, and it makes a statement. So amplifies the incensiness of this, but bringing out something that's camphorous again, which is something that you get from here, and an oudi undertone, right? So becomes an aromatic, oudi, woody, camphorous scent, basically, yeah. But it leans more masculine if you do it this way. Kind of leans more masculine than it does feminine. So yeah, that's what I can say about this combination.
Last one is from Denise Abrahams, 2028. They wanted Kisser Delicious and Empire Victor. Mind you, they made a huge list, but we're just picking the ones that we have and the ones that were closest in Mom's collection. So it's Kisser Delicious and Empire Victor.
All right, so yeah, this one I can more or less tell that it's gonna work. Let's take a, we got a lot of no, because they're both gourmands.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Kisser Delicious, 1, 2, 3, and Empire Victor. Oopie doops.
Oh,
1, 2, 3. I don't know what that is, but that just happened. The cap actually has fallen apart altogether. If you can see that, it's broken. But anyway, we're not about that. Okay, Kisser Delicious and Empire Victor. Now, this one is enabling the chocolate in this. The chocolate in this becomes more pronounced. That's weird. Because as I said, I couldn't care much for this chocolate because it doesn't do much. But in this case, the banana nuance that you get from here, the creamy nuance you get from here, the vanilla is kind of building around the chocolate here, and the chocolate becomes more pronounced. Not as pronounced as Nebraska, but it does, you know, become quite pronounced there. So, but it doesn't change much. It's not like a completely new scent altogether. You kind of get wafts of, especially Empire Victor, then you get this Kisser Delicious. From the Kisser Delicious, you just get the chocolatey nuance. That is what becomes of this mix. But yeah, not bad, not bad. I think we're gonna wrap it up at this. I would have loved to try the other ones that I had. This is gonna be for the coming up video, the part 2. I had Atlantis by Astaf. I had the Gentle
one.
Gold. Pardon?
The snake one.
Gentle Gold. No, that one I've done it.
Oh, okay.
This one, that's the Musamam. I've done it. And then I had the teriyaki and stuff. But we're going to leave it at this for now. We're going to make this part 1. It's gone on longer than I even wanted it to go on because I didn't want to waste you guys' time. So we're going to leave the second half for another video, guys. If it means that we do part 3, that's fine as well, because I did throw this question and I do appreciate everybody who did, comment in that comment section, the combinations there. And it's one way that I would love to do the combinations. Instead of me telling you my combinations, I think we're going to do it like this going forward, where I will be reacting to some of your combinations, guys. Thank you so much to everybody who took time to throw in their suggestions there. There are quite a lot of bangers here. So there's a lot to play around with. CeeChronicles is my name. Remember to turn on post notifications. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.